Hi Taurus, welcome to your mid-May tarot reading with me, Barbara. Let's jump in and see what the energies are around you at this time. Okay, so first of all, we've got the Eight of Swords, and then we've got the Page of Pentacles. So the Eight of Swords, it's feeling like something is difficult. It's kind of, how do I get through this? There's barriers. I'm feeling like I can't see a way forward. You might have ideas that tell you that, that just isn't possible. So whether you're trying to escape from a situation, trying to break away from something, but it just doesn't feel hopeful at all. You're not feeling hopeful, Taurus. What's that about? Well, the Page of Pentacles is showing like it's a new energy. There's something young in your outlook, or there could be a younger person around you. I mean, there's something really important to you here, that you want to see growth on. But yeah, I mean, to me, it feels like this will win. The energy of something new coming in is going to win and see a breakthrough in some way. So I just feel like it's maybe advising you, Taurus, to have another look at the situation, turn it on its head, perhaps, because the situation does have legs, if you know what I mean. That's a funny phrase, but there's something here that's telling you, yes, there is a way ahead, but you might need to look at it from a completely different perspective. Maybe ask a younger person for advice. I don't know your age. You could be a 21-year-old that maybe needs a fresh perspective. So yeah, ask someone else, but we'll see a bit more about this. What's it about? Okay. The Queen of Swords. Okay, so this is kind of telling you you do need to be very sharp, okay, very discerning about your decision. I don't see Taurus as being over emotional anyway, but it's saying to you be very detached emotionally actually from this, or maybe that's what you have been in the past. You might be being too detached. We'll see what the other cards say, but this energy is where it's very clear, very decisive, and not emotional, and sort of very factual about something. So maybe you're following the rules and being very intellectual about a situation, which is maybe more earthy and maybe more your language naturally and instinctively than you realize. Okay, more on this situation. The Four of Swords. You may have needed to take a break from something that you were trying to make sense of. It feels like there was a situation that you were maybe overthinking something, and then you decided that or it felt more organically, it was sort of getting out of the intellectual head. Maybe you were kind of really drained from something. It kind of got to become a headache almost. So yeah, it's like saying, I can't keep thinking about this and going over it. It's becoming too much for me to kind of feel like I'm not making any headway on something. So you have needed to step back from something where you're trying to make a decision. Oh, the Death card. So something very radical has come in and it's changing your perspective on a situation. Um, Maybe it's just been so dramatic that you kind of felt shocked and couldn't really work out, the normal logical sense didn't really apply in this situation because it was such a powerful, um, a shock to the system almost. Something has come in that's really shaken you to the core. Um, yeah, and it's kind of, um, it's a brain teaser almost with this energy. So I'm not seeing sorrow, but let's see what the other cards are. I mean, dramatic change is talking about cycles of that we go through in our lives where something's finished its natural course and it has to come to an end, but it's quite abrupt, this ending. It feels it's quite sharp, and it kind of left you stunned almost. Okay, as you go forward, we've got the Moon card. So there is a sense of mystery around this still, as you, in the coming few months, you still might be feeling a bit unsure about the way best to deal with this scenario. It yeah, it's almost like a mystery to you. It's like, yeah, I mean, it's something you haven't experienced before. It's sort of, you feel like a ill-equipped or inexperienced in a situation, and so as with the Moon card, I often feel that you might have to bide your time in a way. It's like there's a serious, something's unfolding, okay, and all the answers are not there straight away. It's still unfolding as it should do, okay. So patience might be needed in the coming months, okay. Just patiently feel your way, trust your intuition, go by your senses rather than your intellect. That might be what would be helpful at this time, okay. Oh, I like that. Then you've got the Queen of Cups, so you're trusting your intuition. You're going much more into your heart, and you're feeling things in your waters. I know Taurus is an earth sign, but the energies around what's happening to you, this is saying to you, you're going to be moving forward feeling a lot more comfortable and emotionally feeling at home in yourself. So that's almost, this shell to me on this card today feels like it's a giant receptor, like an almost a, like on what do you call those, gramophones. So it's almost like you're using a huge receptor, or some kind of uh, way of communicating. It's a huge like foghorn. Maybe the answers are coming to you, it's amplifying things by you opening up emotionally to the situation, and it's giving you direction, almost like a radar. And you're holding up she's got this goblet here in front of her, which is her emotional, it's your feelings in a cup almost. You're holding them up, so it's very important. And that's great because it's stepping away from that kind of stunned sense that I was getting earlier in the cards. Okay, the Five of Wands. So there might be someone around you who's competitive, but people, maybe that's part of it. There's a lot of kind of tension, friction in the situation that's around you. It's not you, it's someone else around you. So you might be observing this kind of energy that's disruptive. And I know, Taurus, you don't really like that. Well, that's my feeling about you. You'll be finding that kind of irritating. It's like, what's that about? But there might be some kind of fire breathing type dragon people around you, someone or a few people that are, all as bad as each other. So with this, it's always helpful just to step back, Taurus. You've got that energy where you're very calm, and I love your sense of humor that you drop in when people don't expect. It's very dry. So, you can maybe help people to realize they need to lighten up and see things in a much more chilled way. Yeah, I know globally we're probably going to be seeing things that are even more stress inducing, but let's focus on the positive. Okay, and there's more competitive energy here. You are in a good position, okay? You can deal with any would-be attacks or feelings of being got at. You've got this, okay? Look at these lovely buds of blossom here. I also shuffled one of the Oracle of the Trees cards. So this, I just want to show you it now. The white mulberry tree. It's really considered to be kind of a sacred tree in many cultures, partly because it's got berries on it that have, benefits nutritionally to people and animals. Also that it's beautiful, and it's associated with patience. And I think you've got that in bucket loads naturally, Taurus. Often anyway. And it's quite fast growing, so it can be seen as kind of magical as well. So I think it's like patient, and then suddenly things growing overnight. So I feel like you've got this in the bag, and you've got the patience needed to kind of cope with the situation. That symbol, I'm not sure, is that the Cancerian symbol? It's like day and night, feminine and masculine. I don't know if there's something about that with Cancer. So you might have, that certainly is a card there for Cancer as well. You could have a Cancerian close to you, or Cancer strongly in your chart. But it's just about balance and patience. The patience of a saint. You've got that, Taurus, and I think you can be looked up to, okay, with your natural talents that will help others as well. Overriding energy. Oh yeah, the strength. You've got the strength as well here. I love this card. The number 8 in the major arcana. You've got inner strength that other people can feel soothed by. Look how soothing and comforting that image is. Even though they're very different, a human and a massive lion that we know has got so much power, but they're at peace with each other. So it's like the kind of contradicting energies and competitive energies can be soothed and calmed, I think, with humor and patience, which you've got in bucket loads. Yeah, and I mean, I often feel like, if you're queuing somewhere and you can see some people start huffing and puffing, a bit like the Five of Wands there, it kind of manifests that energy more so. Whereas if you kind of, I don't know, chill out, maybe, I don't know, do something that's in your mind that's more interesting, maybe remembering something you need to do, going through a list in your head about stuff you need to do that would be productive, it kind of gives off an aura to everyone else that they can't help but be affected by. So, and it's like that inner strength that you see with this card here. I just feel like you're giving out that Taurus, yeah, beautiful energy. Okay, also we got for an energy card, I shuffled these before and this jumped out. I really stirred them up and some of them went upside down and I had them all over the place. And this card kind of really separated itself and wanted to come out. So appreciation. And this card is great because it's saying that, I mean, she could be worried about this sharp thorns in some of the bushes behind her and about being, um, having a sharp, you know, sting on her or something, but she instead is looking at the beautiful flowers and smelling the scent of them, and then suddenly a ray of light comes out and focuses on the flower in her hand and in the floral display behind her. So, and then even more energy is focused on that beautiful thing in her life. So it's saying that you're doing that too, Taurus. You're focusing on the good things in your life, and then more of that comes to you. And then we've got the number 5 and 1, so that would be 6, which is harmony in that too. So I really like that, and that would be the missing number between the 5 and the 7 here. We've got 6 here, so it just feels like that's a way forward that's harmonious, and obviously we know that's helpful, isn't it? And the crystal you got is sugar light. There is no better tuition than your own intuition. Sugar light quietens the mind. So that's like the Cancerian Queen of Cups here, using that shell as a massive cup of like a massive receiver of energy, and using that as a radar or some kind of communication satellite for your inner intuition, and uh, so it connects the inquiry to the body intelligence, and this will then deliver an understanding of any illness and how to restore health and harmony. An all-knowing little gem that's been revered for its ability to promote cell renewal and regeneration, even in severe cases. And also that, that reminds me that white mulberry card is connected to the liver. So, you might, I don't know if you know anyone who, or if indeed yourself, you might need to, detox your liver in some way. So maybe have a look online. I can't think at the top of my head what would be a beneficial thing to detox your liver. I mean, I always have a water with lemon in the morning, just to kind of cleanse and purify my my insides. So, but there must be loads of things. I'm trying to think. Liver, what would be helpful? Fruits, I guess, natural fruits. So let's finish off with a major arcana from this deck now for Taurus. Lovely energy of Taurus. If you're enjoying the reading, Taurus, I hope you would give me a thumbs up. Maybe even think about subscribing. I love doing the readings, and I hope it's helpful. That's my intention, just to share high vibration energies through the cards and maybe see a different perspective that otherwise you might not have done before seeing the reading. It's not earth-shattering, but it's just a light-hearted little look at the energies in the cards for Taurus. The Death card there. So there is a massive something, but then you see the other major arcana is strength, so you can deal with whatever this massive change is. I don't feel like it is anything to do with loss or anything. This reading isn't about that. It's about something sudden that changes in your life, and then it's how you're looking at it and how to deal with it. But now you've got this lovely major arcana of the Empress and Archangel Gabriel. So that for me is about protection. There's beautiful angel wings here. So it's like there's someone looking over you. Feel that energy of being guided by someone intuitively, spirit or your higher good, your inner subconscious talking to you, however you feel that is comforting to you. And it says lavish abundance is associated with this card, and to give birth to your dreams, nurture yourself and others. And the Empress is always about having plenty. It's the good things are coming to you. You're surrounded by beauty and nature, and Taurus loves to be in nature. Naturally, that's your kind of earthy environment, and lots of good food, the berries of trees and bushes, so yeah, you've got that all around you, Taurus. So I know you're appreciative of it. I can feel that you're that high vibration, Taurus. So yeah, a lovely reading in all, going into your inner intuition, and rising above any competitive, scratchy energies. Let's look at the bottom of the deck, just a peep. Oh, and the King of Cups. So the Queen and the King of Cups. There's someone around you who is you're very in tune with. I don't know, maybe they might be the type of and it's a male energy who might be a little bit up and down. Is there someone around you who's very up and down? If so, Taurus, you are the calming and leveling influence of this person. Yes, you are. Okay. Maybe don't engage in, that kind of intellectual mind games. It's not really you. So bring it back down to more of a feeling level if you can, but in a calm way that will help if somebody is a bit too up and down. Okay, that's just a general reading. If you did want a private reading, I'm available for those as well. I can do a video chat with you at any time. So just send me a text on my mobile number, which I'll put below on the description. But lovely having you with me. So enjoyed your energies. As always, Taurus, sending you love and light. Thanks for watching. It's Barbara at Tarot Insight. Bye for now.